Hello and welcome to Weyermann's Whimsy. I'm Lorraine, and today we're going to make this Here For You Now and in Better Days Ahead card using the Color and Contour stamp set. And I used a Stitched So Sweetly die to cut out the flowers. And there's also some wonderful gems that I put along the top and the bottom. So I used the soft sea foam to actually stamp the flowers in, and then I used fresh freesia and an aqua painter to color them in. And the leaves I did with the light soft sea foam Stampin' Blends. So you need a card base in a landscape position. And then you need to prep your pieces. Because I'm using the aqua painter, I actually stamped the image a little bit before I went ahead and did the aqua painter, because this isn't like the Memento ink, so it will bleed a little bit. So it's best to leave it as long as possible before actually using the aqua painter on it. So with the fresh freesia, I needed some ink in the lid, so I just gave it a squeeze. And then I have ink in the lid, and I used my aqua painter, which I managed to put away when I was tidying up to do the video. So I will get out the aqua painter, and you can see it's actually got water in it. You just give it a little bit of a squeeze just to get it a little bit wet. You can see the moisture starting to come through, and then you just mix it in the ink in your lid. And if it's too wet, you just dab it on a tissue to clean it up, just to dry it up a little bit. And with this, I always start at the base where I want the color to be darkest. And I do have just a little bit too much water on here, so I'm just going to dab that off, and I'm going to come in again and blend it up like that. There we go. So I'm just going to come in and color that in like that, and you can almost just push the water around, and then it will dry. To clean this off, you can run it on your scrap paper or just wipe it on a tissue until it runs clear, and then you can pick up the next color that you want to use. I just wanted to show you how the aqua painter works before I actually went ahead and built the card, but I didn't want you to have to watch me aqua paint everything. So I'm going to take my card base. I'm just going to set those off to the side to dry. And I'm going to use the fresh freesia pad, and I'm going to stamp my greetings. And I know that I need to be quite close to the top and quite close to the bottom so that I can fit the pieces in the middle. So I'm just going to ink this up and put it towards the top here, the Here For You Now. And then ink up the And in Better Days Ahead, and just pop it down towards the bottom. So there we go. And then all we need to do is add our pieces in the middle. You can bling it up, you can do whatever you like with this one. Again, choose your colors. If fresh freesia isn't one of your favorites and you know the person you're making the card for really prefers more of the pink realm, you can absolutely go in and make it in pinks. The same principle applies. I tried it with the Stampin' Blends, and it looks great for the leaves. It was a little bit harsh. I couldn't come up with something that I liked for the petals themselves. And there is, of course, the fill stamp that you can use, but I wanted the color to go to the edge of the flowers. So I chose to go with the aqua painter. So I'm just going to lay these out so that I know how I have to space them when I put them on the card. I'm just going to peel the backs off the dimensionals because I wanted the middles to stand up a little bit. And I'm just going to pop that down so that it is straight. And then I can put the next one in. And you could do this with any kind of single stem flower stamp that you've got, anything like that. It works really, really well. So you just place those down. And you can use any bling you want if you've got like the rhinestones, or if you've got some bling in the fresh freesia, you can absolutely use that. As always, these cards ideas that I share are guidelines, and you can absolutely do them however you like. And your card may end up looking completely different than my card. This was just the jumping off point. So there is no right or wrong. It's whatever your preference is. And how you think it looks best. So I am just picking up the wonderful gems and then just popping them down using my take your pick tool. And that one needs to go there. And you can give them a little bit of a wiggle if you need to. And that one seems to be taking a bit more of a wiggle than I'd like it to have. So there we go. And then I'm just going to do the 3 along the bottom. And you can leave it without the genial gems if you want to. You can just leave it as is, a nice, simple card. And have it just like that. Like sometimes I like to do a little bit of bling. I don't do a lot of bling, but sometimes a little bit of bling is nice. So there we go. There's the last gem in place, and there is your finished card. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.